the AfCFTA seeks to reduce tariffs and non-tariff barriers between African countries. These efforts to open markets will be conditioned by new rules, such as standards on goods and rules of origin, harmonization of customs regulations, and possibly second-hand goods. It's my pleasure to call upon Professor Muhammad Ladan. May I ask you two questions, sir? Please share your insights on the role and experience of the regional economic communities, such as ECOWAS, in building productive capacity in the cotton, clothing, and textile regional value chain. And secondly, how can the AfCFTA play a role in harmonizing the different standards, rules of origin, customs regulation between the different RECs? Professor Ladan.
Permit me to indicate very clearly that as far as economic integration, of Africa is concerned, I think as far back as 1980, where we have the Lagos Plan of Action, it was very actually clear that both the OAU and the African Union in transition clearly envisioned the critical role of the 8 regional economic communities in Africa: the SADC, ECOWAS, EAC, IGAD, COMESA, Maghreb Union, CENSAD, and ECAS, as the building blocks, of the ultimate goal of the African Economic Community, which was clearly also, designed by the Abuja Treaty of 1991. I believe strongly also that, the RECs also have another experience that they need actually to really address, and that is in the competitive constraints that affect the textile and clothing sector. And if you look at the situation in Kenya, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and Ghana, then Niger, and even Rwanda, with the exception of probably South Africa and Ethiopia, the other countries mentioned in these different regional economic communities in Africa have similar experiences in terms of their competitive constraints in the textile clothing sector. First, on the supply side, across the value chain, there is a huge problem of skill gap. You have also a key competitive barrier affecting practically all the countries in this sector across the RECs in Africa, and that has to do with developmental issues. And on this particular issue also, across the value chain is the issue of corporate social responsibility to the communities. And then if you take the textile industry, they face also a huge water pollution crisis. If the regional economic communities fail to promote harmonization of the divergent rules and principles that are applicable in the trade industrial sector, then surely the continental trade industrialization agenda may not succeed, because the African continental free trade area is also essentially relying heavily on the regional economic communities' initiative to harmonize their trade industrial policies and to also promote aggressively intra-African trade.